As they're slowly clearing things away, again, I want to thank you each for being here this evening. As I've already indicated, it's a wonderful opportunity for us to talk about the arts, encourage the kids that are a part of the programs, thank the kids that have been a part of the programs, and hope that as time goes on, they will continue to add and grow in what they've been doing and into their futures. Every year with an MC, we're looking for somebody that has been involved in the arts in one fashion or another. We're very pleased this year to have, as I discovered this evening, officially the publisher and editor of the Faribault Daily News here in our wonderful little community. Please welcome, as our MC this evening, Mr. David Balcom. Thank you.
Oh yeah, have fun. I said, you want me to what? One of the things that Don is long on is supporting of the arts, and short on is explaining to the MC what he's supposed to do. And I can't see a thing out there, and I suppose that's on purpose. So if you'll bear with me tonight, first of all, thank you very much for coming, and I hope we'll do this very efficiently and effectively. I've got my job, but they didn't give me a hook. An eagle today sliced through the air and cupped wings in total silence and snatched a fish out of its element, carried it away to its roost, and made dinner. I didn't see this happen, but I know that it did, and I'm a much better person because I know that. I didn't see this wildlife tragedy or success story, depending on your point of view, any more than I may have heard you play, saw your art, witnessed your performance, but I and the rest of us are better because you did. I don't know anything about the arts. I have been blessed to be able to enjoy performance art, and I was doubly blessed by having children who sat where you children are sitting tonight at this very same function and received tribute for their performance. And through them, I have become a fan of the arts, especially at the high school level. But I don't know what's good in the arts, and I am assured by my daughter, who makes some of her living that way, that it doesn't matter what I think. She does, however, assure me that it is important that people who are artists perform and pursue their art, regardless of what their fathers think. And so tonight, we are going to celebrate performance art. And as I now understand more than I ever did before, what they give me as a script is just a guideline. Our first presentation tonight is for the orchestra. But while I have his bio, Mr. Wind is not going to be with us tonight. In fact, Mr. Dibble is going to make his presentations for him. And so while Chris is coming up, I think he's coming up, I would like to remind everyone who doesn't know that Mr. Wind received his Bachelor of Arts degree in Music Education from the University of Northern Iowa in 1969. And he taught for 1 year in Northfield, went to the United States Air Force, performed for 4 years in the Air Force Band out of California, and attended California State University in Northridge, earning his Master's of Arts in Performance in Percussion. He decided to follow teaching rather than performance as a career, and he came to Faribault in 1978. and he has directed the senior high school band for 15 years, the junior high bands for 6 years, and is now in the second year as the senior high orchestra director. His wife Ann and son Mike and daughter and Emily and 2 cats all live together. And Chris, are you here? And Chris Dibble will fill in for him in giving his awards. Thank you.
I have the awards here. I was also going to have a nice long list of accomplishments the orchestra made this year, but I didn't get that. I know that they had a good time on the trip. Big Nine went well. I got to listen to the performance. They did very well there. I think it was overall a very successful year. I'm going to have Mr. Turtle come up to read the names. If you are an orchestra letter winner, please line up on the ramp to your left. And as we call your name, you can come across and get your certificate. Please stay on stage till everyone's done, and please hold your applause till all participants have been acknowledged. Mr. Turtle.
And I will do my best here to read these names appropriately. So, I might be principal of the high school, but I don't always know all the names as well as I should. But we've worked at it. So with that, are we ready? All right. Letter winners in orchestra. Ashley Bolvers. Nicole Bondi. Lindsey Brown. Maria Castillo. Mary Davis. Patricia Dudley, Emily Durand, Isaiah Fuller, Quester German, Amanda Graves, Laura Kronitz, Adrena Huente, Callie Johnson, Valerie Lozano, Amanda Nelson. I must be ahead a little ways here, huh? Tim Pullman, Alicia Schauer, Jeremiah Schneck, Paul Sissons, Melissa Shaw, Chelsea Schmitz, Sarah Stoltz, and Amy Voss. We had a couple missing here. It's Sunday night. They're home doing homework, right? I know in working with Mr. Dibble, you got to lighten things up. He likes to have fun, so. All right. Big Nine Select Orchestra?
Go down to orchestra wins letter.
All right, orchestra wins letter. Shanna Brown. John Curry. Nick Haruska. Tim LaRoche. Peter LeVake. All right, Jackie Lockerbie. Ashley Perrin. Heather Rosso. I know Heather's here. And Anna Scheil. All right, Mr. Dibble, you need to give me directions here.
Brittany Kajacob gets one too.
All right, and Brittany Kajacob.
Brittany Kajacob, come on up. You let her. Doesn't have certificates for anyone else.
Okay,
So I'll just do the director's work. Thanks,
All
Mr.
right.
Turtle.
All right.
Present orchestra letter winners. The other awards listed on the program that I don't have here. Organization's not the strongest suit over there. The award I do have to give out, all Big Nine Select Orchestra people, please stand and be acknowledged at this time. You'll get your certificates from Mr. Wynn. Is anyone out there? All right. The final award is the Director's Award for Orchestra. This person who won it this year was a section leader for 3 years, has always performed at outstanding high school level, participated in solo ensemble competition where she earned an excellent and has been a leader for the orchestra all 4 years. And this year's recipient is Lindsay Brown. Is she here tonight? As like the Grammys, I will accept it on her behalf and make sure she gets it on Monday. Thank you. Except I won't be here, so I'll give it to her Tuesday. Thank you.
The next part of our program would be the visual arts presentation by Christine Oberlin, and Christine cannot be here tonight. There is no one making her presentations. Christine's a third-year teacher in this school district and originally from Glenwood, and she graduated from Concordia. She teaches courses in drawing, painting, ceramics, photography, and graphic design. If you saw the presentation on the wall before dinner, then you saw an example of her work. The awards are listed in the program, and I hope that you will take a look at that. Our next program is the performance of Carl Mio Ben Giordani by Bart Caldwell, who is All-State in 2002-2003. And I don't know how that works, Don. That was good. I like that. Vivian knows how to do that stuff. That was Vivian Hochfeld, of course, who was accompanying him. Our next presenter tonight is Kathy Anderson from the Journalism and Yearbook program, close to my heart. I've known Kathy since she came to the district. She's from South Dakota, graduated from Southwest State University, and did her graduate work at Mankato. She's been teaching for over 25 years in all areas of English and journalism. She's married with 2 children in college, and she is here tonight to present her journalism awards. If you'll give her a hand. Thank you.
Okay. It is hard to see up here. I am here to recognize the students who work in the advanced journalism, actually. And in that class, we take care of 2 publications, the Voyager, which is the yearbook, and Echo, which is the newspaper. I'm at a little disadvantage tonight because I did have something to go to of my son's today, so I wasn't at the banquet, and I have no idea if any of my students are here, but they still deserve recognition because they work very hard to take care of these publications. And I will start with the Voyager, our yearbook, and I'm going to read the names of all the people who have been working on the staff. And if you are here, please do come up on the stage so that people can see who you are. I will be giving them their certificates at the All-School Awards program later this week, but do come up on the stage to be recognized if you are here. The Voyager staff has 1 veteran on it, a 3-year veteran actually, Senior Kelly Nygaard. Other staff members new to the staff this year include Christy Coughlin, Amanda Gershmel, Lissa Kotterlich, Renee Kim, Megan Marks, who's in Germany right now, so I know she won't be coming up on the stage, Amanda Melkert, and Lisa Trin. And since I don't hear footsteps, I don't think any of them are here, but they are hardworking staff, and this is definitely crunch time for them. At the beginning of the year, they sit down and they pick a theme for the yearbook. They plan what goes on every page of the 190 plus pages. And then they have to go get that data and the pictures and create the designs and pull it all together and generate the computer pages. And then we send them on zip disks to Jostens, and they send back proofs, and we edit the proofs, and we send those back, and finally, we have a book to hand out in the fall. So they're hardworking staff, and as I said, this is crunch time for them. Then I'll move on to the newspaper staff, the Echo staff. We started out this year with no veterans. So they had journalism, basic journalism, under their belts, and they stepped up and just had to start from square one, learning how to actually put out an entire newspaper. They'd only done pages before. Now they were responsible for the whole paper. The first semester, our staff was small. It more than doubled with second semester because students can take it more than 1 semester depending on what fits into their schedules. The students that were on the staff all year, I'll read their names first. And again, if anyone is here, please come up on the stage so people can give you some recognition. The ones who've been on the staff all year include Adam Hypley, Molly McKay, Sally McDonough, Nick Rost, and Cassie Taji. The others who have been on the staff for at least 1 semester, most of them the second semester, include Josie Gramsey, excuse me, I back up a minute here, Rebecca Fitzgerald, Josie Gramsey, Lindsay Hacker, Mallory Miller, Nicole Pence, Nick Perrin, Kemi Peterson, Megan Reinecke, Dennis Bogan. Come on, Dennis. Oh, good. I knew you'd be here. because of theater mostly, but I knew you'd be here. I saw you. Yes. And that's what he's like in class. No. Lots of fun, lots of fun. And finally, Jamie Woods. These students, as I said, work hard. They get lots of experience planning, writing, editing, selling ads. They are out in the business community, editing some more, designing their pages, editing some more, and finally learning that they have to meet their deadlines or we don't have a paper. And so they always manage to meet their deadlines, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes making my heart race, but they do it. They're a great group. It's been a really nice year. They've been really nice to work with. Really, really nice to work with. Very cooperative and also lots of fun. So those are the staffs of the publications. Thanks for coming.
I'm trying to imagine a reporter in my staff with that kind of enthusiasm. Then again, on the other hand, I can't imagine any of them being in that play that I saw Friday night. I thought it was a four-handed compliment. It's a great play. Our next presenter, Vivian Hochfeld from the Faribault High School Choir. Would you please come up, Vivian?
That's fine.
Pardon me?
Shall I read it?
No,
I feel really
please don't.
bad. No, I got to read
No.
this. Guys, I forgot. I'm just a rookie MC here, and
I've lived in Faribault for over 30 years, and I've been teaching in the district for 22 years. You do not need to read my bio.
I couldn't have said it better.
Thank you. My husband's name is Denny. I have 2 children, Becky and Dan, and my daughter also is privileged to work in the district here as the youth development coordinator. And so it's a big school. We don't see each other very often, but it's fun to have her here. Don said we should keep these short, our comments short. I have 4 pages of notes here, so I'm going to read fast. But I've really enjoyed working with the students the last couple of years. We've had just a wonderful group of young people to work with. And in order to earn a letter in choir, students must accumulate points through their performances, their regular choir concerts and so forth, and by participating in other choral groups such as chamber singers or women's chorus, men's chorus, and or the musical, and participating in solo ensemble or all-state and community or church-related activities. And I'm just always amazed at the number of opportunities that we have here in our school. Just so many things that the kids can learn, and they can really excel in the arts. And our students have performed this year at the Rotary Concert, at the Holiday Concert, and the Pops Concert, and they'll be performing Tuesday night at our Spring Concert. And as a field trip this year, both our varsity and concert choir members attended Camelot at the Chanhassen Dinner Theater. Our students had the opportunity to prepare for and perform at the Solo Ensemble Contest in January, and to be instructed by college professors as clinicians. Also, I was able to take 4 students to the Dorian Vocal Festival at Decorah, Iowa, at Luther College, and what a wonderful experience it is for our kids to be able to perform with 1,400 other choral students under the direction of Weston Noble and other directors, too. And of course, we took students to St. Peter to audition for the all-state choir. We did that in March. And it is such a thrill to be able to open an envelope a month later or so and to find out that some of our students have been selected as all-state choir members. And I was very proud of our concert choir at their performance at Big 9 Musical Festival in Rochester, Mayo this year. And I think it was a great learning experience, especially for our younger choir members. to hear several musical groups from the Big Nine. And I know at noon Mayo had planned to play music, and they had outside concessions, and our students really enjoyed listening to the music. And I understand that since we have a few free spirits in our group, and you've seen some of them already here tonight, they kind of led the group in getting some entertainment going and some dancing, and kind of got everything going for the Big Nine there. And since the performing arts really do enrich our lives of those participating, and the performing arts also bring joy and beauty to the beholders. And once again, I'm just so amazed at the many activities, the opportunities that we have here as a student body to participate in those activities. And I guess I'm a little concerned and I think that we need to have more of our student body actually taking part in the school activities that we have here. And I know recruitment has been an important part of the choral program, and since I've been teaching in the district and lived in this community for so many years, I thought I'd probably have a little bit of an advantage as far as talking to some of the students in the hallways and seeing some familiar faces. And so I did kind of go up and down the hallways a little bit and ask people their names and what grade they were in, and to see if they would be interested in choir and so forth. And it was kind of rewarding. I saw one young man who I knew his family, and I said, "Oh, your sister was in choir. I think she was in all-state choir. Why don't you give it a try?" And he said, "Okay," and he came and sang, and it was fine. And so he joined the 9th grade choir. And then another young man at registration, he and his mom were there, and he was wondering what to take. And I said, "Have you considered choir?" And he said, "Well, I was thinking about it." And so I said, "Well, let's just go find a piano right now, and we'll listen to you and see how it goes." And he had a great voice, and so he's going to be in the concert choir next year. And so there are some success stories. Of course, there was the time that in the lunchroom I saw a young man. I said, "I knew you when you were 3 years old. I used to sing with your mother." And so after, I said, "You should try choir, and why don't you come down and sing for me and give it a try?" And so after about 4 weeks of talking to him that way, he said, "I think you'd have more success enrolling my mother in your choir than you're going to have in getting me in there." And so we win a few, we lose a few. But I know that the young people are really influenced by their parents, and the support and the encouragement that the parents give really carries a lot of weight. So I really want to thank the parents for all of your encouragement and support for our young people. And now I would ask that all the choir members, the choir letter winners, would you come up on stage? I know we have a few people here. So if all of you would just come and line up here, and then we'll do some more awards for the people who have really worked hard and earned it. So come on up. That's fine. All right, we have a few here. Laura Aldorfer. I'll read the names, and when you hear your name, just come up and get your certificate. Nina Anderson. Kate Bauer. Aaron Barnfind. Corey Becker. And Maggie Becker. Ashley Burke. Bart Caldwell. There you go, congratulations. Crystal Shapee. Congratulations, Crystal. Cole Fuchs. Matt Hochfeld. I'll have to talk to him. And Heidi Hafmeyer. Brita Hansen. Brita was here. Yeah, we saw her earlier. Brianna Hansen. Congratulations. Martha Haugen. Ellen Jansen. Elise Kern. Jacob Lechtenberg, Nicole Manns, Rebecca McBride, Nicole McDonald, Nikki Pence, Amy Perkle, Jenny Pitt, Jennifer Rule, James Schaefer, congratulations, Melissa Shaw, congratulations, Ryan Shepard, Shanta Sock, Beth Storm, congratulations, Fawn Todd, Dennis Vogan, congratulations, and Tobin Volmar. Let's give a hand to all of our letter winners. Could all stay here. And then we have several people who participated in Big Nine Select this year. They performed at the finale concert on May 2nd in Rochester. So would those people step forward if you were in Big Nine Select? And let's give these people a hand. Oh, you may step back. And several people participated in solo ensemble. That was in January in Owatonna, and I think we have some certificates for these people. Nina Anderson. We won't shake hands this time. Maggie Becker, Martha Haugen, Elise Kern, Melissa Shaw, Beth Storm, and Lisa Trump. Come on up, Lisa Trump. So let's clap for the solo ensemble people. Great. And we have a few people who achieved a superior rating at the solo ensemble contest. Melissa Shaw, Nina Anderson, here you go. Martha Haugen is not here. And then we had one more person. Is that person here? I'll think of it in a minute. And that person was Elise Kern. Elise Kern is our other winner. Okay, we are getting there. We have some awards, some special awards that I'd like to give out to 4 people. And I know some of our individuals have been in choir for many years and have really contributed an awful lot, and we really appreciate their contributions and their effort. And so our first award for his excellent attitude and great musicianship and effort, the Director's Award this year goes to Aaron Barnfine. So Aaron, would you come up, please? Make sure this is yours. This is yours. There you go. Congratulations. All your hard work. Good. And then we have the American Choral Directors Association National Student Award. And this young lady is extremely musical and extremely talented. You're going to find that out in a minute. She's been a really wonderful addition to the concert choir, and I know she does music in the community and at church, and she's always a leader and a very excellent musician. So the ACDA award goes to Nina Anderson. And we have the National School Choral Award, and this goes to a person who's been in music all his life and has contributed an awful lot in leadership and talent, and I hope you were able to catch the Godspell presentation of the musical. He had the lead part in that, and so this award goes to Bart Caldwell. And the Leadership Award goes to a young lady who is extremely intelligent, talented. She's very humble. She's very musical, and she has a great attitude, and she's been a tremendous help. And this goes to Melissa Shaw. Thank you to all the choir members, and we have a concert Tuesday night, 7 o'clock, right here. All the choirs will be performing, so everyone please come. Thank you very much. Thank you. I didn't take any of your notes.
You're such a good sport. Thank you. I don't introduce her as the accompanist. I don't read her bio, and she still gets this. Did you run into the? I wondered. And we set up a little trick for her.
Really bright.
It's really bright over here, and you're really in the dark around here. Vivian Hockfield, would you please give her another applause? Keith, I figured that the applause was better than the workers' comp claim. So, our next, we have another performance now. This is Nina Anderson. She's being accompanied by James Strufert, and she was the All-State for 2002-2003, and I think you'll enjoy this. And where are you, Nina? Let's give her. I'm quoting. These are the instructions. Paul Johnson, Director of Theater. Time out. Paul Johnson is finishing his 3rd year at Faribault High School as a language arts instructor and theater director. He earned a master's degree in theater from the University of North Dakota. He's a published playwright. He has directed over 45 shows, and he's a member of the American Alliance of Theater Educators, which is an advocate for theater and education. Paul enjoys family activities such as movies, camping, and playing in the sandbox. He's married to Valerie and has 3 daughters, Lori, Sarah, and Emily. And the next instruction is, get out of the way.
You. How you doing? I'd like to thank Dave Balcom, my new favorite writer. I'd like to also introduce the directors that had enough gumption to come up here with me and the rest of them who are all around this place. Assistant Director Janie Cook. Stagecraft Director Dominic Popowski. His name fits the outfit, Popowski. Yeah. Wardrobe Director Val Johnson. And in the tech booth is, of course, Mark Tuzina, thank you. And you know, out in the audience there somewhere is Chris Dibble, and you just saw Vivian Hochfeld, and our choreographer is dancing in a show right now somewhere in St. Paul, and Deb Myers, who also is the house manager. Now, at this time, I'd like the future president of drama to come up here, Carrie Ewell, and the current president of drama, Dennis, I get to go up there again, Vogan. And they're going to go over some highlights for you. But first, I got something I got to do here. I got handed a note, you know. So I got to do this thing here. Beverly Hanson, where are you? Did I hear a squeak over here? There? All right, this is for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Beverly. Ooh. Happy birthday to you. Now that that's done, I can unzip this jacket. Oh, Lord. You know how hard it is trying to hold in your stomach that long? Anyway, the two who are the presidents are going to be going over what we've done this season, and during that, to save time, if those who are listed in the handout that you got, in the program, who lettered, please come up at this time, and we can do 2 things at once.
Yeah, we're supposed to be reading. Sorry, I got a new cell phone. So cool. All right, okay. The fall play this year was a Cinderella Waltz, a comedic play that smashed apart many myths and fables that society perpetuates, such as waiting for their knight in shining armor.
The children's theater this year was a play called Professor Zucchini's Traveling Tales. We expanded the audience this year to include a few elementary schools outside of Faribault. We had over 1,700 people pass through the doors to this theater on January 13th.
The one-act play was... Excuse, this is embarrassing. My pants are vibrating. Excuse me. Hello? Yeah, I'm kind of busy right now. You highlighted and permed your hair. Isn't that kind of weird for a guy? Yeah, we'll talk about blouses later. Okay, see ya. Sorry about that. Okay, the one-act play this year was Juvie. It's a play about young people in juvenile detention. We received second place at the subsection held in Owatonna, and we were third at the section finals. The Faribault High School hosted the section finals.
The variety show this year was held in February and was made up of high school acts ranging from headbanging music to comedy. It was a fundraiser to raise money for the Michael J. Hansen Performing Arts Scholarship.
The spring musical this year was... Excuse me. Yeah, hey, Grandma. Yeah, you got my graduation pictures. Cool. You coming to the party? Neat. Yes, I'm graduating, even though you told me I wasn't going to. Yep. I'll see you later, Grandma. Yep. Yeah, I hate you too. Goodbye. The spring musical this year was Godspell, and it was held last April. It's a rock musical based on the gospel, according to Matthew.
The Black Box production this year was a play called The Real World. We just finished it on Thursday and Friday. It was written, directed, and produced by students in the theater lab class.
Okay, those were our shows for the year, and the drama club did a couple activities of their own. This year we had a Halloween party. We helped with the Enchanted Trails at Riverbend. Hello? Kenny? Aren't you in the audience? Oh, I got something in my teeth. Hold on. Did I get it? Yeah. Oh, there he is. That joke went really bad. Well, we also had an annual Christmas party. We participated in the Mankato State High School Theater Workshop. We organized a trip to see our choreographer in a play in the cities. And we also had our annual picnic at Alexander Park, which was yesterday. Let's go.
How about for these very nice young people, the future artists up here? Huh? Come on, baby, let's go get a cheeseburger.
You guys just don't know what you got here. They opened up my notebook. I hate you all. That's no wonder you don't have any friends. And Kenny, I don't think you'll ever survive a performance. Our next presenter is Chris Dibble, and I'm hopelessly out of order here. But he's originally from West Salem, Wisconsin, and he attended college at the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. He performed in marching band, concert band, orchestra, and 2 jazz ensembles. 5th year of teaching instrumental, 4 years with the Alden-Conger Public School District in southern Minnesota, and he now lives in Owatonna. And if you need anything else, please let me know. I will be checking school mail. So, with no further ado, Chris, would you please come and introduce the band awards?
Little recap of the year. Oh, they're not lying. It's bright up here. Good year. We did a football game. We got to do one snow game. That's always good. That was the pep band season. Good Rotary concert this year. I'd like to thank the Rotary for sponsoring that concert and scholarships. Holiday concert went well. Winter concert was good. Big Nine was great. We got to debut a piece at Big Nine this year. That was fun to do. That was October. The thing about this night, it's not about the band, it's about the kids in that band. And I don't know, I actually got caught in one of my rituals tonight. Every day before a concert, I go and pick a spot somewhere in the theater when it's completely empty and there's just a couple lights showing on stage, and I sit there and I stare at the stage. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? But what I do is I turn around and I look at the stage, and it's so unbelievably quiet in here. It gives myself a chance to clear my head and wonder what exactly I do here. And not until that first hour group walks in, and I have to start screaming, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. And we start playing music that I realize why it is that I come through those doors every day. This is a beautiful facility. But when it really becomes beautiful is when every one of those kids walks up on stage and makes it come alive. And so I'd like to thank every student who's walked across this stage tonight for giving me the chance to do what I love to do every day. And if you ever want to join me sitting in the dark, that's perfectly fine with me. Mark caught me today. Pep Band letter winners and anyone who appears on the program, please come up and stretch across the stage right now. I'm not going to go name by name through the Pep Band letter list, but I will give you your certificates as you come up. A Pep Band letter goes to every student who did not miss or come late to a single Pep Band in the entire year unless you missed for school reasons. So that's quite a few people, but we appreciate that, and the community appreciates the pep you give to those sports. I'm now going to have Mr. Turtle come up to read through the rest of the letter winners, and the Big 9 Select Band, and the Big 9 Select Orchestra wins. And we'll get the certificates handed out. If you could line up alphabetically from left to right, that would be ready. Go.
It's really tough to come up here and follow guys like Dibble and Johnson, isn't it? All right, this year's band letter winners. I'm going to start off here. I'm assuming that we can kind of wing it here tonight with these guys. Melissa Bloomquist, Shauna Brown, Katie Burr, Nick Burr, Brittany Jacob. You sure you want me to continue like this now?
Mine's at work.
Ryan Cross, John Curry, John Eads, Casey Goldberg, Jessica Hildebrand, Nick Haruska, Kyle Jameson, Benjamin Justin, Timothy Justin, Tim LaRoche, Peter LeVake, Jackie Lockerbie, Katie Mayos, Philip Olson, Ashley Perrin, Ben Pufall, Heather Rosso, James Schaefer, Anna Scheel, Allison Silkey, Matt Slinger, and Ben Wegner. How are we doing here?
Good.
He's working at it. When Dibble says it's good, he's working at it.
There you go. You guys are... Do select.
Let me tell you a little story about Mr. Dibble. Okay? I went in to observe him when he first got here. And he had all this energy, and I was wondering, what is he really going to do here? And normally your band directors, a lot of times, are very formal, and they have order and whatever. And there was a little chaos in here in this band practice. And he's the first band director I've ever supervised or observed. When things weren't going just right, he went right down into the band. He picked up a drum or he picked up the trumpet, whatever it was. I think he can play about a half dozen different things. But I thought it was really cool. Here's a guy that could walk the talk. So while he's doing that, give Mr. Dibble a little round of applause because he's a great band director. And right now, I think I'm probably going to put in his observation file slightly unorganized. But we still love him. All right, I'm going to move on to the Big 9 Select Band. And those folks are Melissa Bloomquist, Kelly Favreau, Kyle Jameson, Timothy Justin, Megan Kern, Tim LaRoche, Ashley Perrin, Anna Scheil, and Matt Slinger. And I think Big 9 Select Orchestra? All right, Brittany Jacob, Nick Haruska, and Jackie Lockerbie. And hopefully I didn't miss anyone. I got him. All right, I'm out of here. Thanks.
Thanks, Mr. Turtle. We had a discussion right before. I said, here's your choice. You're going to help me. Do you want to read the names and try to get through those, or do you want to look in their faces and figure out which ones get the certificates? He did an excellent job of reading. All these people up here do a lot of work. I'm apparently going to have to up the standards on these letters and pep band letters, though, because it's just way too many of them. But no, every one of them who puts the time in deserves the recognition that they get, and they deserve a round of applause right now. Thank you.
Ashley, congratulations.
I don't like to be up here by myself, so Ashley's going to stay. I'm not used to the single thing. I'm used to having 40 people on the other side of me. A couple upcoming events before I get to these awards. Memorial Day Parade is Monday, a week from Monday. And then we go to the Heritage Days. We are going to play in the park this year, the Thursday before the Heritage Days Parade. We right now have a 74-member band signed up to play at the gazebo in the park. And I went up and walked it off, and it's 11 paces by 12 paces, and I hope you guys like to be cozy. And then we will be marching at the Heritage Days Parade on Saturday the 14th. So that's June 12th, June 14th. Please come down to the park and give us a good audience. A couple awards, more awards that I have. The first one is the Director's Award that goes to the outstanding member of the symphonic band. This year, I don't think I've seen her here yet, but it goes to a person who scored the third highest audition overall. We'll be sitting flute section leader next year in the wind ensemble, and this year's recipient is Julie Truax. Is she here? No. The Patrick Gilmore Award goes to the outstanding member of the concert band, and that person was here. I don't know if he still is or not. We'll find out in a second. But this year it was a trumpet player who took care of all the lead parts in concert band and jazz band. Being like most trumpet players, a little stubborn from time to time, but one heck of a musician when he wants to be. And that goes to Brad Peters. Is he still here, or is he gone? We will have a discussion at jazz. And the final award is the John Philip Sousa Band Award, which is a nationally recognized award that goes to the outstanding member of any ensemble in the school. Their name gets engraved on a plaque, as well as receiving a trophy, a pin, and a certificate. And this year's recipient is Ashley Perrin. Thank you very much for coming this evening.
These theater guys, boy, I'm telling you. At this time, my job is done. I'm going to introduce Superintendent of Schools Keith Dixon and Principal Turtle, and they are going to talk to you about all-state recognition. And I want to thank you again for allowing me to participate in this tonight. It is truly fun to be around this kind of talent, both on the instructor side and the student side, and I can only say that we have to do whatever we have to do as a community to make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't stop.
Thank you very much, Dave, for emceeing, and I agree with you. You know, really, I've always believed to be truly educated, you must have the arts in your life. I just think to be an educated person in the true sense of the word wouldn't be possible if you didn't experience the arts. I really want to honor our staff too this evening. Without them, these kinds of programs wouldn't be possible. And I really marvel with these people and what they do every day. Richard Wind and Christine Oberlin and Kathy Anderson, Vivian Hochfeld, of course Paul Johnson, Chris Dibble. They really truly are what Mastery Teaching is all about and what they do for young people every day. I also want to honor, and I know he's in the audience, Ken Hubert tonight. Ken has taken over in the interim position as our activities director. He's doing a marvelous job, and we'll certainly get him appointed full-time here in the next week or so. And I really appreciate Ken and what he's added to not only the athletics, but also to the arts. I also know that we've got some challenges, as Dave mentioned, in front of us, and there's a couple we're working on. I know Lyle and I have been meeting, and Paul Johnson's given us some ideas. We truly want to try to find a way to certainly keep that black box theater piece as part of our program next year. I believe it's a critical part, and we're doing everything we can to figure out a way to do that. Also, one of the challenges sort of on that to-do list, and I can also tell you we're working on this, and I think you've heard it tonight. I was thinking about some of Vivian's comments. We've got to find a way to add another option for kids at our high school, particularly those in the arts. And I know it's an ongoing challenge, and I really honor our students too, because I know a lot of you that perform in our arts programs are giving up your summers to get into some of those extra foreign language classes and basic courses in the academic areas so you can take full advantage of these particular programs. And I know even last week in our Wednesday faculty meeting here at the high school, we're looking at a variety of creative programs and solutions to try to figure out a way to add an option, at least for those students who are participating in the arts program. It's something on the to-do list. It's been on the to-do list, and I can tell you, I just don't feel like our work's done until we figure out how to get that done. You've seen these two young people tonight. When I think about All-State, and I think I use it every year, but I can't think of a better analogy, and it's truly the movie Top Gun, and because really what these young people represent are our top guns. It truly is an honor to be selected to All-State. As you can see every year, it's a very few students that achieve this high level of recognition. I think in the time I've been here, maybe the most is 3 in 1 year that we might have. As you look to next year, you see we have 1. And I think you can see why tonight that these two young people were selected for All-State. So would Bart Caldwell and Nina Anderson please come forward for your All-State recognition.
Ladies first, right? Congratulations. Bart, good job. Thank you. And good luck to both of you in the future. You're great kids here at the high school and represented us well. Thank you. Thank you.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ken Hubert, and I am presently the activities director here. And I'm not in the program as it stands right now, so I've just kind of jumped in here after Dr. Dixon. Talked to Don Johnson this morning, and it turned out that as I was trying to ask him about the possibility of being able to just say a few words here tonight, he was asking me if I would. So that worked out pretty well. This is my 5th Arts Banquet, Arts Awards program that I've been able to come to. It is a part of the activities program that I definitely do enjoy, and I'm truly glad that the position that I have is not just an athletic director, but an activities director, so that I do get to be involved in these things. Dave, at the beginning of this, you said something about not knowing anything about the arts. We know about your writing. We know the things that you put down on a piece of paper, just like Kathy's journalism kids are just as much art as anything else here, and that's much appreciated. I wanted to talk, basically the reason I wanted to talk is because of the banquets. Last night we had the athletic banquet. Tonight we have the arts banquet. Both of these do involve the activities department, but truly they are organized by booster clubs and parents of the students that are involved in these programs. The Athletic Booster Club put on a wonderful banquet and awards program last night, and the Arts Booster Club did the same thing here tonight. Don Johnson alluded to the fact that, well, he can't quite remember when he hasn't been president of the Arts Booster Club. And that's something that is tremendously appreciated, but it's also something that becomes a point of concern, because he can't do that forever, just as the other people that are part of that can't do that forever. And they need new blood, and they are looking for new blood. And I guess that's what I'm here for, is to ask for new volunteers for the booster program, especially the Arts Booster program. If we want to continue honoring our kids, which we need to do, we need to have help from pretty much everybody. And so if you are interested, contact the activities office, contact me, and we will make sure that the present Arts Booster group works to help bring you in and make sure that you understand what needs to be done. According to Don, putting on this banquet isn't very hard, but he's also done it for a while. So he is more than willing to help, more than willing to work with you, as are the other Arts Booster members, and I know that they look forward to your help. So at this juncture, we will call on Don Johnson, and I would like to thank him for all the time, all the effort that he has put in over the years.
That was kind. Thank you, Ken. The only caveat I would ask is that we're looking for new blood, but we'll even take the old blood. That's not a problem. This evening you've experienced what I believe the arts in Faribault is about. We have instructors, teachers, conductors who make it come alive. You couldn't ask for anything better than the folks that are leading the kids that you have, the kids that we've been able to have through the programs over the last few years. And please, on behalf of those kids, for those instructors, please give all those instructors another round of applause. Dave, as well, I appreciate your being MC. There's a specific reason that I don't give any guidance. It's because it's always far more enjoyable to watch what happens as the evening progresses. Please thank Dave for his evening parts. You've been able to experience what, as instructors, we are able to experience every year, every day. Chris, I think, said it so wonderfully when he told you how great it is to be able to walk through the door and realize what a great thing it is to be doing this every single day. Now, granted, there are some days when it may be not as good as it is another day, but I can pretty much guarantee you that there is nothing better than the opportunity to work with kids. And the ability to create music, to create art, to write, to be free with how you act on stage, maybe even off stage, is truly a gift. And it's one that I was able to experience just a few days ago on Friday afternoon. I went up to the first grade at Roosevelt and watched them do, what was it, Cockadoodle Dandy, I believe, if you saw it in today's paper, and marveled at two classrooms of first graders coming together and enjoying how they were able to be together, perform together, sing together, dance together, and hopefully as they continue from first grade right up through college and into professional life, they'll still be able to have the arts as part of their lives and work and daily activity. We always try to do a few things as well with the Arts Boosters that are a little outside of the mainstream. As you know, in the past few years, we've had marching bands in town. We've had choirs and orchestras and bands from colleges and universities. This past fall, we had the wonderful opportunity to have a professional organization, the Jazz Ambassadors from Washington, D.C., when they were on tour. For those of you that were there, I'm sure you had a wonderful evening. I know it was amazing to me to be able to experience what an incredible life can be created even into the future when you have music and the arts as part of your whole being. The kids that you've seen tonight are extremely motivated. They're involved. If we were to have a sheet of the activities of all of these kids, we'd probably have to cut down a whole forest to create the paper that's necessary to show what these kids are really doing on a day-to-day basis. They're leaders, they're problem solvers, they're our future. And as you've heard tonight, it's extremely important that we are capable and willing and making every effort possible to maintain the arts in our public schools. Without that, I think we're missing a major portion of opportunity both for us as a community, but also for our kids. And without those opportunities for our kids, I think we're shortchanging them. We've been lucky in our lives to have those opportunities, and hopefully we will be willing to continue those opportunities into the future. Ken just spoke very succinctly and completely about our needs as an Arts Boosters Club to have some new people willing to make some commitments to be involved. Your program in the back says that all we're really looking for is a 2-hour commitment. Now, if you're on the board, it's a little longer than that, but really the commitment to make these things continue to happen for our kids isn't a lot when you really think about the opportunities that they're creating for us. We've also talked about some different opportunities for the banquet. When you get to this time of the year, especially if you're a senior parent or a senior, you know for a fact that there is just so much going on. So many different things that are happening. This banquet used to have over 200 people in attendance in the banquet itself. And this year we have just over 100 that were able to make a commitment tonight. So we're looking to possibly make some changes and create some other ways of honoring the kids. I don't like to make change, but sometimes that's what's necessary. We've talked about things like simply having an hors d'oeuvre event prior to this so it doesn't take so much time. Maybe even just cake and punch afterwards. Another thought that just recently came into thinking was one where maybe we should just take an afternoon and combine the two banquets, that one that happened last night with the athletics and the one that happened this evening with the arts. Maybe we could have the arts in the afternoon with this program and then have the banquet itself and put both of the groups together and then have the athletics come in afterwards and do their program right afterwards. For those of you, as many of you do, I know, that have both arts and athletics, it's a long afternoon, but maybe it's an improvement over having 2 nights that you're tied up. We don't know, but those are all things that we're trying to explore. The bottom line, though, is still the same one. We need to honor these kids. These kids spend hours of time. And many of you will remember, if you were had a string player, for example, when we used to have the Suzuki program, listening to Mississippi Hot Dog, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I'm not sure always what key it was in, but we heard it. Or learning how a clarinet works with a reed that maybe isn't quite wet enough to start playing with. All of those things get better as time goes on. And without these opportunities for these kids, they're going to be missing something. And I can guarantee you that we will be missing something as well as a community. Since I left teaching in 1982, I have only missed one Big Nine performance on the first Friday in May. Now, I don't always stay for the evening, but I have always been in attendance during the day, listening to the choirs mostly, but also listening to bands and orchestras. We are extremely fortunate in the Big Nine that we still have 10 schools with 10 bands, 10 choirs, and 10 orchestras. We still have parents and boards and teachers willing to make that commitment. If nothing else tonight, please thank the kids that you see that have been here this evening. Thank the ones that weren't here because they still have made that commitment. But please do everything in your power to see to it that the arts can be maintained within our communities so that these kids can enjoy what you and I have enjoyed for many, many years and enjoy it for many years into the future. We thank you for your attendance this evening. Hope you had a nice time, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.